Night. In the middleweight division,
No,
a
he
fight
lost.
of consequence. Brendan All-In Allen defeats Bruno Silva by submission via rear naked choke. The official time coming at 4 minutes and 39 seconds of the very first round. Mark, start us off here. It's fitting for you to start us off, given that Brendan Allen is your boy. What's your take?
Dude, Brendan Allen is going to find that neck, man. He is coming for it. And props to him because he went through the fire here. He withstood a couple Bruno Silva blitzes, which we've seen get other guys out of there. He bit down, he threw back and stood his ground, and it helped him kind of get some respect at first. And then it actually let him hurt Silva later because Silva was pretty open, and Allen was firing back in those exchanges, and he hurt Silva. But, you know, Silva wants to be the bully in there, and Allen did a great job to not allow that and not allow the momentum to swing that way. Obviously, then he lands a couple huge rights to drop him, stays super calm on top, trying to pick some spots, and then just says, you know what, I can transition to the back. When it looked like there was no transition to the back, kind of just grabbed a leg, flipped Silva over, boom, he's on his back. I mean, it was a lot easier than it should have been. And then the choke was right there. So the dude is good, man, and I don't want to get ahead of myself because we're certainly not at the point of any title shot yet. He's got to prove he can beat some more guys, but I did like what he said in the post-fight about being an interesting challenge for Izzy because he said, you know, the fact is that, yeah, maybe I'm not great at something, but I'm good at everything. And it's true. And it makes him an interesting contender in this division.
Totally. Omar, what's your take on the performance of Brendan Allen getting it done by rear naked choke over the very talented Bruno Silva?
I thought it was a beautiful performance. I think we all take submission from Allen? I think I took round 2. I don't even know if I took round 1, but I think we all had some confidence in the finish there.
The decision, actually.
Did you really?
Yeah,
I thought we all had some. Damn, I thought we all had some confidence there in that finish because he's a finisher, man. He's a beast. And I think the real problem with Silva is exactly what Mark said: is the man leaves himself open, right? He's got a lot of the same problems that a lot of these brawlers have. They're like saloon doors, right? Like you stand in front of a saloon door when it's fucking going open and closed, you get the shit slapped out of you. But like the moment that thing is not swinging open, it's wide open, and it's not great. It's not a great way to fight, especially the higher up you get. These guys need to start worrying about defense. And honestly, man, if you need to know what to do, Topuria just put on a goddamn masterclass for free. Check it out on ESPN Plus. Literally, almost every professional fighter at this point could go watch that fight and learn something from that fight. That was an amazing performance, especially when it comes to the defense and being able to have offense with solid defense. And he wasn't perfect. I mean, he had some moments in there where it was a little shaky, and I'm not going to go back into Topuria. I realized I was about to do that, but my point is Allen was able to capitalize on a lot of the opportunities that Bruno Silva left open. And I think he can do that in a lot of these fights going forward. I'm not ready to buy him beating Izzy because I think he is good everywhere, but I think Izzy is great at the stand-up, but I think he's also good everywhere else. And so if we're lining up skill for skill and we're very equal in a lot of points, but we're going to differ highly in the striking, I still would pick Izzy in that fight.
I mean, of course. I mean, I can't imagine what the odds would be right now for Izzy versus Brendan Allen, but I have to imagine that Izzy would be a significant favorite in that fight.
Yeah, I don't think it would probably be mine as saying he would beat Izzy. I'm certainly not saying that. I'm just saying he presents an intriguing challenge that's kind of different than others we've seen Izzy face to this point.
Yeah, for sure. Especially the ground game. You know, Brendan Allen's ground game, I don't know if it's getting as much respect as it should because it's a real goddamn problem.
It should.
And it might start on the feet. It might be, you know, it might be like clubbing subs and stuff like that. But his ability to finish on the ground is a problem. And if you're matched up with him, you have to worry about it. So I agree. I agree that the matchup there is a little different and the skill set is a little bit different as well. So it would be intriguing, but I still think Izzy comes back with that gold, baby.
Well, Brendan Allen now has won 5 in a row under the UFC banner. Omar, looking at the landscape of the middleweight division, who do you see being a worthy next opponent for Mr. Brendan Allen, who really is coming into his own?
Well, I think one of the perfect fights that you could make for him is I guess probably the loser of Sean Strickland and what the hell is going on to this weekend here? Abu Smagomedov. I think that would be something. I guess it's really more Strickland that I'm trying to get him towards. If we're being honest, I don't know if I would feel the same way about Magomedov getting matched up with Brendan Allen.
If Magomedov gets sent back by Strickland, Allen shouldn't be fighting him.
Oh well, yes, but I wouldn't mind a Sean Strickland fight against Brendan Allen.
Mark, what about you? 4
That's fair enough.
of his last 5 wins by rear naked choke. Who's his next opponent if you are the UFC matchmaker?
I don't mind them going right back to the Jack Hermanson booking. I don't know how long Jack is out for. If not him, maybe a Roman Delites. Could even be Vittori coming off the loss. It's really that section of middleweight is kind of open. They got options for what they can do with Brendan Allen, and Strickland's in that mix too. There's a lot. Kind of depends on which way they want to go with who's fighting who here.
Man, Vittori's another one I think needs to get on a beach and be on a vacation for quite some time. He's another one who took an ungodly amount of damage.